Welcome to today's financial news update from quantbyte.io. U.S. stock markets have shown moderate gains, with the S&P 500 rising 0.36%, the Dow Jones Industrials increasing 0.19%, and the Nasdaq 100 climbing 0.57%. The corresponding index futures contracts also saw significant increases, particularly in the December E-mini S&P futures at 0.39% and December E-mini Nasdaq futures. The U.S. dollar index, DXY, has reached a 1.75-month high, increasing by plus 0.22%. The dollar's gain can be attributed to decreased investor demand due to strong stock market performance, as well as political uncertainty affecting the euro and yen, causing them to lose value relative to the dollar. The major U.S. stock indices showed positive movements, with the S&P 500 rising by 0.38% and the Nasdaq 100 increasing by 0.55%. The Dow Jones Industrials Index also rose, albeit at a slower pace of 0.2%. Futures markets for December's S&P and Nasdaq contracts were up slightly, at 0.1% and an unspecified amount respectively. Cotton prices have declined further, falling by 20 to 30 points. Futures contracts for nearby delivery also decreased, down 68 to 71 points on Tuesday. Meanwhile, the U.S. dollar index increased by $0.513 to $98.312, and crude oil prices rose by 36 cents per barrel. The weekly cotton supply was reported at 633 bales via the seam. Corn prices have slightly increased by 1 to 1.5 cents this morning. Yesterday's futures saw a decline of up to 2 cents due to technical pressures. Open interest rose by 16,797 contracts on Tuesday. Soybean prices have seen a rebound, with futures trading 2 to 3 cents higher on Wednesday morning and Tuesday contracts up 2 to 4.25 cents. The national average cash bean price has also increased by 4.25 cents to $9.44 1 quarter. Soybean prices experienced a recovery, with near-term contracts increasing by 2 to 4.25 cents. The national average cash price also rose by 4.25 cents, reaching $9.44 1 quarter. Soy meal futures were mixed, with some contracts seeing gains and others experiencing losses. The wheat market closed lower due to a lack of buying interest, with prices falling by $0.05 to $0.06 for CBT soft red wheat and $0.03 to $0.04 for KCHRW futures. Cotton futures prices declined by 68 to 71 points in near-term contracts. Meanwhile, the U.S. dollar index rose to $98.312, a gain of $0.513, and crude oil prices increased by 36 cents per barrel. In other market activity, 633 bales were sold at an average price of 60.70 cents per pound on the seam market. U.S. stock markets closed lower, with the S&P 500 falling 0.38%, Dow Jones dropping 0.20% and Nasdaq 100 plummeting 0.55%. This decline was also reflected in futures contracts for December, with S&P futures down 0.37%. Sugar prices fell, closing lower in New York and London due to a reversal of the initial gain. The March New York World Sugar contract dropped -0.18, 1.07%, while the December London ICE white sugar contract declined by -6.40, 1.38%. Wheat prices have stabilized, with minimal changes observed in the front-month contracts on major markets. The wheat complex saw lower closing prices on previous trading sessions due to limited buying activity. The U.S. dollar index, DXY00, reached a 1.5-week high after rising by plus 0.48%. The dollar's gains were driven by hawkish comments from the Federal Reserve, specifically Kansas City Fed President Jeff Schmid, who emphasized the need to combat stubbornly high inflation through continued monetary tightening. Many individuals seek personal loans for various purposes, including Debt consolidation, combining multiple debts into one manageable loan, with a lower interest rate or monthly payment. Emergency expenses, covering unexpected costs, such as medical bills or car repairs. Major purchases, financing large expenses like weddings, down payments on homes, or education costs. Credit building, establishing or rebuilding credit history. These loans can impact financial health by reducing debt burden and stress, creating a sense of financial security, allowing for budgeting and planning around emergency expenses, potentially affecting credit scores if not managed properly. WTI crude oil prices finished November session with a small gain of plus 0.04%, while RBOB gasoline prices declined by 0.40%. The mixed outcome was influenced by carryover support from the previous agreement between OPEC Plus to raise production levels, but only slightly more than expected. Stay informed with quantbyte.io for the latest financial news.